Hey everyone. So about 2 weeks ago, right before Christmas, I showed you a property that me and Naz went to go see it, and it was a property that was going to be for fix and flip. But the reason that I am bringing this to you is because I want you to go and listen to my offer that I gave him over the phone, and also how I ran my numbers for fix and flipped. Now, the bad news or the good news, whatever he says, is that for me it's a good news because it wasn't a deal for me. It was a deal for me if we bought it at like 100K, maximum being like 110, 110K. It would have made sense, which means we would have made like maybe $60,000 with all the fees. And even on this call, I did a little bit of breakdown of, how much realtors, how much commission fee I had to pay, how much listing fee, hard money fee. So all the breakdowns are there, things that you need to see, all the expenses that are there before you buy the property. So I think this call is gonna be great for you. So just go ahead and listen to it now. Do some quick breakdown on the numbers before we call Naz live, make an offer for him. Okay, so we're looking at the purchase price. We're looking at the CMA. Naz had a CMA for 390. My realtor pulled a CMA for 380, recommended price listing. So we may get exactly that or something lower or something higher. That is for duplex. Okay. Now for a triplex, there is a potential of getting higher numbers at like maybe 425 or maybe more. The only thing is that you have to put sprinkler systems, which is gonna end up costing you about 20K. If you are, if we if we are in, if the market is in a good place, we may end up getting higher offers. But we're gonna stay consecutive, right? We're gonna go with this being a duplex, and because the work is so much, our goal is to make sure that we can at least get close to making this a six-figure deal. We have a model that if we're gonna spend over $100,000 in renovation or more, and then we should make a close to six-figure or at least over six-figure deal. Six figures is about $100,000, and so that's the goal here with this property. We're going into the winter. We did right now is December, 13 days away from, or 12 days away from the New Year's. So we're going to be going through this renovation through the winter. So we are estimating about six months into this. So let's do the numbers real quick, okay? At least 85. Then we may be able to do something. So here are my numbers. I don't think you can see clearly, but maybe my editor can do it. So right now we're looking at making 75K. We want to be at 100. So we're gonna call Naz. He wanted to get a call because he has an appointment going on in about 10 minutes. So let's give him a call and just let him know what's happening with our numbers. Hey Naz.
Hey John, how's it going?
Hey, good man. Sorry, I'm taking a lot here longer. I had a busy getting out of the house and family stuff, but then I just wanted to give you a call. I did get some CMAs back from my realtor, Andrea. We got a CMA for a duplex and a triplex, which for triplex you're really just kind of you are just kind of making the place livable and making sure that you can get the highest use for the building. But as far as ARV, you're kind of just breaking even because it's going to be at around close to like 420 there for triplex. What I did wanted to do is to kind of stay consecutive on the numbers with the duplex. Is the number I got from Andrea recommended price is about 380. That's the CMA. My ARV was 390 But when I pulled CMA with Andrea, she said she recommends 380, and most times we end up selling the asking price or something lower or a little higher. But just to be on the safe side, so we're looking at 380.
Okay.
I did run numbers on it, just staying with the numbers that you were in, at being at 150. It could go higher. It could go higher. I just did a very small house in Bath, and it went up to like 120, 124. But looking at hot money fees, if we end up using hot money fees, it's about 23K. Obviously, points and everything, and subtracting a realtor's fee. So if I give you an offer for even 100K, I'm still walking away with like 75K.
Okay.
So the numbers are tight. We really, because we're spending over 100K on this. We really kind of want to be close to 100K because we're also going to be in about 6 to 8 months. 8 months is at the worst, but at least 6 months for sure. By the time we buy and finish renovation and sell it.
Yes, sir.
So I know you gotta run soon. My thought is to say that if you are able to push, obviously we want to give it at least like 20K, but depending on what you're able to push the seller to, if you're able to push the seller to at least like if you're able to push the seller to like maybe 80, then maybe we can buy it at 90. That pushes at least at 85K.
Okay.
85K, and then at least you're able to make like 10K. But if you're able to push the seller to like 70, we can still buy it at that, so that at least you get like 20K. So that's kind of where things are. I'm not sure if that's even something that it's possible with the seller or not. Maybe it's something you can kind of find out. But for my looks, we really want to be at 100, but we could still make it work at it being like 90. So
Okay.
that's where things are.
So at the worst case scenario, let's say that I pushed her down to whatever. Would you, if we were stuck at 100, do you think you could make it happen?
At 100, the numbers are tight, but we could try to push it. But then at that 100, really, there's not so much for you there. So I'm not sure if you're able to push it lower.
Yeah,
But
what I'm gonna do, John, is I have a couple other people that want to check it out. I'm sure I'm gonna actually hear the same feedback. I didn't get to it. I shouldn't have. I didn't account for the amount of holding costs on the long project, to be honest. She was pretty firm at her spot, but I didn't want to use my negotiation up. I think I have some good ammunition to go back at her and be reasonable. Let's say we are at 95 for you, regardless of what I get it for. At the end of the day, you hit home runs when you can. If you can help and provide value to both sides, then that's what I like to do. So I'll make that happen at whatever I can make it happen at. Let's say we're at 95. How long do you think you could close on something like this?
if we're at 95, we could push the numbers. We can do it as soon as possible. We typically close 14 days or 30 days, depending on title work and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what I'm gonna do is just receive some more feedback from a couple other potential buyers, and I'm gonna probably later today get back with the seller and see where I can get with that, and then I'll definitely get back to you. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And you might
Awesome.
you might get buyers that are okay with walking away like 50K, and that's totally fine as well. And maybe they can give you the numbers that you want, and still be able to walk away happy, right? And
Yeah.
so if that also works out for you, where you're still able to make your profit, but our numbers, we just kind of our mindset is stuck on our numbers, kind of just because we've
Oh,
experienced
that's
it all.
understandable for sure.
Yeah.
I No, I really appreciate it, John. And either way, I definitely want to make something happen with you. So whether this deal or ones in the future, I think we're ready to build an awesome relationship with you, and really definitely appreciate your offer.
I appreciate it, brother. So just follow up with me later today. If this happens to be something we can go with,
John,
at least.
we're gonna figure this thing out. All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
We'll
Take
talk to you
care.
soon, man. Take care. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right, so that's it. We're potentially, if we do end up putting the third unit in, we may get lucky and actually get our six-figure in. Meaning that somebody sees the value of the property and say, okay, I want to put in an offer for like 440. Now we get a six-figure deal, right? So right now we're just gambling for 85K profit versus so right now we're just gambling 85K to 100K or more kind of stuff. And so again, renovation may cost less or more, but most likely we're looking at the higher renovation at like at least 150, 160. So I don't count on having less renovation because we all seen the property, we've seen how much work it needs. So anyways, that is the first call, and I'll be making other calls and maybe recording it. All right. Well, God bless and see what happens.